The powerful and archaic image of the horned god dates back to the Paleolithic age. The lord of the animals was a nature deity and god of the hunt. The Celts were a people whose lives were intrinsically woven with the natural world and the animals that surrounded them. Animal gods were especially popular, since their survival depended on the welfare of the animals they hunted. The stag god was particularly revered. The success of the hunt depended upon his favor, as he governed not only the animals but also humanity's relationship to nature, ensuring the ecological balance of preservation and harvest of the wild game. Frightening yet fascinating, the appearance of Cernunnos echoes the threatening yet irresistible power contained within the primordial self. This is a reminder of the challenge we face when encountering the animal impulses. Aggression, mating, and herding instincts are but a few of the traits that reside here. To repress them can create an unhealthy, distorted perversions. Yet, when uninhibited, they create chaos. The body of Cernunnos symbolizes the integration and balance, part man, part beast. He retains the primordial wisdom and vitality of the beast, yet he has achieved consciousness. This affords him a supernatural power with which he controls and protects the animals. He is their master, hence the torque, symbol of a chieftain, while the antlers are symbols of his maturity and vitality. Though Cernunnos has a strong association with the stag, occasionally even riding one, he also appears with other, generally horned animals who suggest masculine strength. The Gundestrup cauldron, 1st century BC, depicts Cernunnos attended by a stag, ram-horned snake, bull, and boar. Since the horned one embodies the masculine principle, he is believed to be the consort of the goddess, Mother Earth. Their union holds the promise of fertile lands and an adequate source of game. The potent image of the horned god continued to hold sway over its people, despite their efforts of the new Christian church to stamp him out. Predictably, this rivalry led to the worship of the horned one being considered blasphemous and an affront to the church. Ultimately, the image of the horned one would be condemned to represent the devil of the new Christian religion. Nevertheless, the horned hunter has survived in folklore, art, place names, and even Shakespeare as Herne the Hunter and the Merry Wives of Windsor. The enduring popularity of Pan attests to the appeal of the pastoral god, part man, part beast, god of shepherds and huntsmen. The roles of Pan and Cernunnos are virtually one and the same. Our limited understanding of the worship of the Celtic horned god and the Celtic religion in general is due in part to their practice of memorizing their religious teachings rather than committing them to writing, as this was considered sacrilege. In turning to other cultures where ancient customs are better preserved, we gain a glimpse of what it may have been like. The chief or shaman of the tribe appears at a sacred rite, destined to bring fertility and an adequate source of game to his people. In animal guise, washed in firelight, he dances, imitating the movement and behavior of the animal. Chants and rhythms of drums include a trance. The human form sinks and the beauty of the animal soul rises. In such a setting, the chief is transformed, possessed by his totem animal god. Nikolai Tolstoy, in his book Quest for Merlin, points out that the Maedhrin, identified with the Merlin of Geoffrey of Monmouth, fulfills this role, driven mad by his dreadful experience of the Battle of Arvelid. The suffering Maedhrin retreated to the isolation of the forest. There, he foraged with the animals, wore antlers and skins of the animals, and gained supernatural control over their behavior. Here, Merlin is the lord of animals, the Horned One.